What the hell?
Did we win?
Hello, Super Gaming Brothers.
Jeff Dunham?
Dude, it's Jigsaw.
Correct. And I'm here tonight because I want to play a game.
A game? Well, shit, we got tons. Oh, we got Street Fighter, we got Mario, we got Sonic.
Yeah.
A game involving your lives.
You mean the game of life? We have that too.
No. For some time, you've been living an easy life, reviewing video games that you enjoy to no end. I'm here to remind you that reviewing games is not always a glamorous lifestyle.
Well, what do you want?
To your right is what appears to be an ordinary external hard drive. In actuality, it is a timed explosive, set to go off if you do not follow my rules.
Well, it looks like an ordinary hard drive to me.
It is, but while you two are looking away, I have tied you both to your chairs.
Son of a bitch.
Now, it is time for the game to begin. I want you to play Saw, the video game.
That's it?
And I want you to finish it.
That doesn't sound too hard.
Should you complete it, you will be free of my trap. Should you fail, you will pay with your lives.
This is a low budget trap, don't you think? I mean, does Saw 6 tank in the box office? Snap.
I would keep your mouth shut.
Hey, don't you talk to him like that, you insecure prick.
Fuck you.
Fuck you!
John, let's just play the game.
So we have Saw, the video game. Alright, let's make one thing clear. I myself have never seen any of the Saw movies.
I have.
Any of them good?
Some of them are, but you're not really missing much.
I'm looking forward to this game already. Alright, let's begin with the plot. You control a man named Detective Tapp.
Who in no way looks like Danny Glover.
Okay, anyway, you control Detective Tapp to an abandoned insane asylum that Jigsaw is rigged with all sorts of shit that's trying to kill you. Your goal, to put it simply, is to get the hell out of there.
You control him like you would with any other character in a shooter. The left analog stick controls his movements, while the right analog stick controls your point of view. Throughout your travels, you interact with all sorts of things in your environments, which can range from healing items, weapons, or key items needed to further your progress.
That is, of course, assuming you don't mind what have to be the darkest fucking environments in video game history. Seriously, the lighting in this game could put pitch black to shame. You do have a lighter that can illuminate a grand total of 3 feet in front of you, but most of the time, if you want to see what's ahead, you'll pretty much need to be directly in front of it. Now, there are other items like a flashlight and a useless camera, but surprisingly or unsurprisingly, the lighter is the best option.
Being an asylum rigged by Jigsaw himself, there's a crapload of things in this place that could kill you, and it usually ends with your face being blasted off. There's booby-trapped doors, electric currents, smoking hot steam, and
What the fuck?
tripwires.
Tripwires will be your worst enemy in this game, and it's all because they're fucking impossible to see until you're right next to them, no thanks to the game's horribly lit environments. If you manage to sneak up to them, you can disarm them and later reset them so you can use them against your enemies. Yep, you are certainly not alone in this place, as countless other victims of Jigsaw have been placed in this asylum as well, and they're all after you. Why? Well, before the start of the game, a key was surgically implanted into Detective Tapp, and said key is the only way for these people to escape. So yeah, these people all want your blood, and you need to defend yourself with what has to be the worst combat mechanics in video game history.
For starters, you have to hold down L2 to enter combat mode. From there, you can press the square button to perform a heavy attack, or the X button for a light attack. To say that the combat controls are sluggish would be the understatement of the year. Unless you're using your bare hands, Detective Tapp swings as if he's stuck in bullet time. I really don't think that metal pipe weighs 20 tons, Tapp, and it wouldn't hurt if you used both your arms either.
Look at this, I'm not even trying. What's the point of using weapons when your hands are practically the best method of attack? Hey, what the fuck? Hey, come on, dude. Oh, I'm in some sort of lock. I can't. Oh, what the fuck just happened?
Bad programming, John. Bad programming.
Like I mentioned earlier, your ultimate goal is to escape the asylum, but along the way you also need to rescue special victims of Jigsaw that are personally tied to Detective Tapp one way or another. You're given a list of objectives you need to complete by solving all sorts of puzzles and obtaining key items. Puzzles can range from all sorts of things. Sometimes you need to turn valves to redirect incredibly hot steam, and sometimes you need to adjust pipe dials to avoid suffocating from poisonous smoke that's filling the room. However, one type of puzzle you will encounter the most is this type of puzzle, in which you need to redirect the electrical current with these wires so that all the red lights become green. And this type of puzzle can burn it out! Seriously, this type of puzzle is incredibly overused and it's even worse when you're under a time limit, which is almost all of the time! I mean, hell, it's bad enough when they throw you really complicated ones, but to throw 2 or 3 at once under a ridiculously short time limit is just a real ball kicker. Is it really so hard for you to crank up the variation of puzzles, or is your budget really tanked since the last Saw movie?
You're an asshole.
Anyway, progression is basically broken down like this. You solve a few puzzles, reach the victim's traps, solve another puzzle to save them, and listen to them scold you.
You fuck! You fucker! You're the reason he picked me!
Jesus Christ, I just fucking saved your ass, and the only thing you can do is scold me?
I wish you were. I wish you hadn't saved me from that thing. I wish I were dead too.
Christ, these fuckers are ungrateful. Why am I even bothering? Well, at least Oswald, the man who made a living badmouth in Detective Tab, appreciates me rescuing him. What was the point of rescuing him? God, I hate when games do that! I mean, Jesus, I go through all that trouble of solving that fucking wiring puzzle, and the man gets killed 1 minute after rescuing him!
As you can guess, the further you travel, the more difficult the game gets. It's just not about solving puzzles, but it's also about making the right choices to make sure you don't end up killing yourself. Sometimes you'll find yourself in a pickle and need to find some solution as quickly as possible. Sometimes the answers are a bit tricky to find, but other times...
Gee, I need to find the right gravestone and find the key to the chapel. I wonder which gravestone is the right one. Gee, I don't know. Gee, I'm just gonna take a guess here and choose this one that reads this.
Your mouth will only bring you more pain.
Oh, shut the fuck up, Chucky.
You're not liking this game much, are you?
No, and I'll tell you why. First off, because of the incredibly dark environments and the existence of tripwires, I constantly find myself treading each room lightly. I'm always incredibly nervous to jog or sprint because a fucking tripwire will probably catch me off guard. Yeah, like that! Come on, that shit's not scary, it's just frustrating. Secondly, fighting enemies is just an enormous waste of time thanks to the combat mechanics. They try to spruce things up by having different types of enemies, but in the end they can all go down by simply spamming the punch button. Look, this one isn't even fighting back! Fucking tripwire!
Hey, at least the voice acting is good.
The voice acting is okay, but the actual character models and animations are downright atrocious.
What did you do to me? What did you do?
Finally, the further you progress, the more ridiculous the situations become. The amount of shit this game expects you to do in such a short amount of time is insane. If it isn't dealing with solving these frustrating as all hell puzzles, it's doing it in a room full of poisonous gas, complete with another guy trying to kill you. Finally, I made it through and... You know, you're a real dick, you know that?
Sticks and stones, Johnny.
It's nice to see some familiar traps that were in the movies, like the Venus flytrap, the bear trap, and the pendulum trap. If the game's goal was to capture the atmosphere of the Saw movies, then overall, it did a good job. But does that make it a fun game? No. In fact, because of the game's flaws, the game tends to get really boring and drag on longer than it needs to.
God, are we almost done? My arms are starting to chafe. No, fuck that. No, I do not want to play the game anymore. No, I refuse. No, I don't want to play the game anymore. No, I don't want to.
We gotta finish it.
You're not playing by the rules, Johnny. If you refuse to play, then your life is forfeit.
Your game's a piece of shit, Jigsaw. Just another crappy statistic in the licensed game department. And seriously, extension cords? What happened to all the rusted metal contraptions that can peel apart humans like human bananas?
You're not the real Jigsaw, are you?
Show yourself, you low-budget fuck!
Very well then. I've been meaning to get back at you two for some time now. Ever since the end of our last encounter, the only thing that's been on my mind was thinking of a way I could kill you both.
And now, it is time that I repay the favor.
Tailstar! Should have known.
You just never give up, do you?
You will both suffer for what you did to me a year ago. Now prepare to die.
Bring it on, you sadistic muppet.
The only one dying today is you.
Hey guys, what's going on?
Mark, get back. The Tailstar's here.
The what?
No, wait.
Problem solved.
Well, that was anticlimactic.
Overall, it seems weird that Konami, of all companies, would take a shot at the Saw franchise. As a person who's seen all the Saw movies, this game feels like a bad 7-hour long Saw movie. You're probably best off just renting it, and that's only if you're a fan of the Saw franchise to begin with. I'll give it a 5 out of 10.
Overall, Saw the video game is just not a very good game. It's not the worst I've ever played, but Jesus Christ, does it get boring. Of course, this is coming from the perspective of a person who's never even seen a single Saw movie in his life. Maybe if I watched all the movies and then played it, my perspective might be a bit different, but even then, the game is still riddled with all sorts of technical problems and stupid design choices. Don't purchase the game, it's a waste of money. I'll give it a 5 out of 10. With all that said, we're the Super Gamer Brothers. You guys have a good night, thank you for watching, and happy Halloween.
Quick, get the pipe. Get the pipe. Come on. It didn't even catch your face.
One more time.
Okay.
You can have that get the pipeline. I just wasn't expecting that. Your game's a piece of shit, Jigsaw. Just another statistic in the crappy licensed game department.
Wait, stop. What the fuck are you doing, Elliot?
Seriously.
What was this?
That's the only thing I can think of.
It's like, just like...
Yes. Tell him.
Yeah, just...
Your game's a piece of shit, Jigsaw. Just another statistic in the crappy... Stop that.
Come on.
fucking bobblehead. That's what he is. Come on, I only got like a minute.
I don't know, like, what...
Minute and 10.
Like, what do you want me to do?
Like, just nod and agree, but not headbang. Your game's a piece of shit, Jigsaw.